If your borehole pump lasts only 2 years and then suddenly stopped working, you are not unlucky. You were set up to fail. Because borehole pumps in Ghana are not burning out by accident. No. They are burning out because of poor electrical protection, bad sizing decisions, cheap equipment, and improper installation. And every time it happens, the homeowner pays again. I've been through it myself. Let me explain why this keeps happening and how to stop it. Are you looking to build your dream home in Ghana? Or are you building already? Would you benefit from regular site visits to monitor your building and receive regular progress reports? Well, if that's the case, and that's you, look no further. Asher and Gad Consultancy at your service. We offer the following services: electrical design, construction monitoring inspections, site progress reports, consultation for all items MEP, witnessing of testing and commissioning, periodic snagging, vetting of specialist subcontractors. We also report site activities to you to hopefully help you spend your money efficiently and much, much more. Get in contact for your building needs. Details on the screen. Asher and Gad Consultancy, making Africa home again, one family at a time. The first problem, number one, voltage fluctuations. Ghana's power supply is not perfectly stable. Voltage can drop. Voltage can spike. Okay, and submersible pumps are motor-driven equipment. Motors hate unstable voltage. When the voltage drops too low, the motor pulls more current to compensate. More current means more heat, okay? And more heat means insulation breakdown. And once insulation fails, the motor burns. That is it. You get a dead pump. And many homeowners don't even know that this is happening slowly over time. The second problem, no AVR, automatic voltage regulator. Most borehole installations in Ghana do not include proper voltage protection in the home. The pump is connected directly to the supply or through a basic starter, no AVR. Third thing, no voltage monitoring relay. Fourth thing, no surge protection. Fifth thing, nothing at all. So every fluctuation hits the pump directly. Imagine driving your car on a road full of potholes, and every day without your suspension, what's going to happen? Eventually something will break. That is exactly what is happening inside your borehole motor windings. Okay. Another issue is dry running. This one is very common. When the water levels drop, especially in the dry season, the pump can start pulling air instead of water. Okay, submersible pumps are designed to be cooled by water. Water flowing around the motor keeps it cool. So if the motor runs dry, it overheats rapidly, and then there you go. Some systems install dry run protection. Check if you have that, but many don't. So the pump keeps spinning. It keeps heating, overheating. The motor keeps cooking itself until you have failure. Another problem, fourth problem, poor pump sizing. I mean, that's an engineering issue, to be fair. And it happens, but it does happen a lot. The pump must match the borehole depth, the static water level, the required discharge head of pressure, the flow rate requirement, okay? But in many installations, the installers just choose a strong pump, or worse, the cheapest one available. If the pump is undersized, it works harder than it's designed to work, okay? It is oversized in short cycles or operates inefficiently. Both conditions will shorten the lifespan of your pump. So proper pump sizing is not guesswork, it's engineering. It requires calculation, okay? What's the fifth issue? Cheap submersible pumps, okay? This is a big one. I would recommend Borehole. It's almost about 8,000 Ghana cedis, but it's good. That's a massive difference between a properly manufactured stainless steel submersible pump, okay, and a low-cost generic unit imported without quality control. Cheap pumps often have the following. You have poor winding insulation. You have lower grade bearings, inferior seals, weak impellers. They may work for 6 months, all right, but they may not work for 2 years. Okay. Now, they rarely last even longer than that in Ghana conditions. People choose them because of the upfront price being lower. They get attracted. But when you replace your pump twice in 5 years, you have paid more than if you bought the quality one immediately upfront. Simple as that. Another problem, poor installation depth. This one is subtle but critical. If the pump is installed too shallow, it may sit too close to fluctuating water levels. During the dry periods, it risks running dry. If installed too deep without proper cable support and alignment, additional mechanical stress occurs. Okay, proper installation depth requires understanding the borehole log. Okay, the total depth, the static water level, dynamic water level. Okay, this is not random placement. Okay, it is calculated positioning, science, scanning the ground. Let's talk about cost. A typical borehole pump replacement in Ghana can cost thousands of Ghana cedis. Okay, and that is before labor, before crane lifting or being pulled out by men, before electrical reinstallation, and sometimes before discovering the real cause. Okay, so the homeowner replaces the pump, okay, but not the voltage problem or not the dry run problem. And 2 or 3 years later, guess what? The same failure reoccurs, the same expense. Okay, here's what responsible installation should include. Listen carefully. Proper voltage protection, AVR or a voltage monitoring relay, surge protective device, dry run protection of the pump, correct pump sizing calculation, quality pump brand, Pedrola for example, proper depth of installation. If any of those are missing, your pump is operating under stress, and stressed equipment fails. The painful part is this. Most homeowners believe borehole failure is normal. It is not normal. A properly installed, protected borehole pump can last many years. But it requires engineering discipline, not price shopping, not shortcuts, not assumptions. If your borehole pump failed recently, don't just replace it. Okay? Investigate the cause. Okay? Because until you fix the root problem, okay, you are just waiting for the next failure. Okay, electrical protection does matter a lot. Correct sizing matters a lot. Quality components matter. Don't buy a cheap pump. Okay, installation depth matters. Ignore them and the pump will burn again. And if you are planning a new borehole installation, understand that the cheapest quote is often the most expensive decision long term. This is not about fear mongering. It is about protecting your investment. Okay, because boreholes are supposed to give you water security, not recurring repair bills. Okay, that is very important. You know, I've had it with many clients whose boreholes have burnt out and they've called Asher & Gad. We give them a good recommendation for a very good company who understands what they're doing to repair it for them, or even new installations. So if you need a borehole, by all means contact Asher & Gad and we can give you a fairly good recommendation. I'm doing a borehole series, so I'll release a few more videos on boreholes in particular, so that clients, homeowners can be informed, and that can even allow you to realize when you're speaking to a quality borehole installer, a quality borehole drilling company. If you talk about fracture, for example, I'll cover that in a different video. You know, they know what you're talking about. They can converse with you. But a guy who's quoting you 12,000 Ghana cedis, not really for a drilling exercise. You know, there are question marks. All right, anyway, hope you enjoyed this video. As usual, like, share, subscribe, hit that notification button and hype the video. From Gad is Kemesia, and from me, guys, Yebeshia. See you next time.